Welcome back, everyone. I'm at you real quick. I'm going to do a quick little video today. We're going to do some upgrades to the Gspeed Class 1 rig here. I mentioned a little bit of it in the other video. Took it out this weekend for a maiden voyage, and it did phenomenal. One big thing I've been waiting on that we got here was some new tires and foams. What we got here today, we are working with the Voodoo KLR MTX Class 1 tire, 4.19 diameter tire, and we are working with the 4.19 Voodoo Team Odd 6 Halo foams. So I've been waiting on these. I missed the pre-order, but Gabriel at Gspeed had posted 20 sets of 4 tires and 2 sets of tires and 2 sets of foams. Luckily, other local Team Gspeed driver Theron was paying attention to the page, and he knew I was busy at work, and he ordered me a set before I missed out on them again. So big shout out to Theron for making sure I get these in my hand. So I got 2 of them taken care of already here. Looking good. It is nice to see these again. The Voodoo Class 1 tires have been unicorns for quite some time. I've always wanted a set, but the prices on them were going between $150 to $200 with foams. They had just been a unicorn tire, so they came back out, are doing a run with the MTX style, and the tread is very similar to the regular OG KLRs that I use on several other of my rigs there. My go-to pure rock and comping tire for sure, so I've always wanted to get a set of the Class 1s and give them a go. One of the other local guys that actually, a Voodoo team driver, Kenny, he actually got his in before the weekend and brought him out, and we saw them, and they were doing great with his truck. So excited to get a set on them here. So I'm going to change up the camera angle here in just a minute, and I'll walk you through installing these. Another thing, like even if you're not running these tires but Class 1, I have used the Class 1 Halo foams before, my last set of Class 1 tires, and I love them. Regardless of what tire I would be running in Class 1, I would be running the Halo foams. And also the Halo foams come in other sizes for other tires, for mainly like your Class 2, and they come in several compounds or sizes depending on your rig weight and like how much you want air down and stuff like that. I believe they have black, blue, this all be dots, black dot, red dot, blue dot, yellow dot, and a white dot, and then they go to the air down and the ultra air down for some super lightweight rigs. And one things like I've mentioned before, like with rig race. So here in the front here, I had the Halo ultra air down foams in the front and the regular air down foams here in the rear. And I love these foams a lot. Several other local guys, even if they're not running Voodoos, they use the Halo foams. Go ahead and open these up real quick and show you before I change up the camera angle. So we have a hard centerpiece here, and we have a very contouring piece. Now, the cool thing about these foams is the way these foams are waterproof, so you can vent your tires, and the way they pass through, they can shed water very easily. Even if you vent the tires and get water in there, I don't worry about it very much at all in mine. All of my tires are vented, so I really don't have to worry. It's all sitting there like this. Now the cool thing is here, and actually real quick, I am going to change up the camera angle. And alright, you have to bear with me, some dirty hands today. It was quite a day in the shop. So you got your regular tire, and you have the outer portion of the Halo foam. So when I throw that in there first and kind of shove everything in there, and then once you get it in there, what you do is just kind of work it around, get it going around both sides and kind of, you know, conforming to the inside edge of the tire. Kind of work it around, and you're working it around, working it flat around the edges. And then take the hard inner piece, shove it in there too. And then again, you're just gonna kind of work it around and make sure you get that web wrap worked in good around the white inner portion there. So over time, this is kind of what you're gonna wanna look for, is how the outer portion, the web wrap, is wrapping around that. And now what does that good here is that Halo foam conforms, especially over time after a good couple runs of breaking in. It really conforms really well around that inner carcass of the tire and around the hard inner portion for, you know, stiffness, but you still got plenty, you know, you got that soft for the tire to really get bite, but then has that hard inner portion for the sidewall. So again, you'll do that again for all the other tires. Like I said, I went ahead and knocked out 2 of them real quick before I got the video started. Yeah. And you just kind of work it around. And the first time I put some halos together, took me a little bit, but then I figured out really how they're supposed to, you know, really work, and got a little pattern down. So then I'm able to knock these out a little better, a little more efficiently. You know, just like anything you work on, you know, the more you do it. And like I said, I've switched all of my comp rigs, run a Halo foam of some sort, minus the 2.2s that I run on my Class 3 at times. There's not yet a Halo option for a 2.2 tire. That'd be really sweet, because that is, foams have been a major key part of my Class 3 build, especially once I switched to rear steer, getting the correct foam with the additional rear weight now that I did not have before. So, and boom, just like that, all 4 are ready to get mounted up. So I'm going to pull the wheels off the Class 1 and get a... Alright, boom, got them all mounted up and looking good. I said sorry, the close-up with dirty hands. Was doing some work in the garage, and it was quite an extensive day here in the shop, but got 3 of them all mounted up there. So the wheel I use here, and I specifically got for the Class 1 when I decided to use the Vanquish Ultra axles. These are the Team Garage Hack wheels. These were actually, I believe they were made for the capper axle. You see they have that real deep dish in there to get that offset to really swallow the hub and everything like that with that flat face design, and which is something I was initially struggling with wheel wise here. On Class 1, you have to cover 50% of the tire. Now I could have easily just added some other, you know, fenders and really did that, but with I wanted to do the flare here on this body, so I wanted to get the wheel tucked in there, and so I did change. I got these, put them on. I did have some slight rubbing issue on the Ultra axle with the hub that comes with these, but they are SLW, SWL, Vanquish hub compatible. So I swapped them out with a little bit bigger offset there, and was able to get them to clear, and still had plenty of room on the inside there to get everything mounted up, get tucked under that body and everything there. And they look good. They come in this clear face, and they come in black as well. You know, well, I had these all apart. Probably would have been a good idea to paint the rings to match the body, which is something I've been meaning to do. But there she be in all her glory. Like I said, in these wheels and everything, just kind of with that flare there, you know, just really gets everything just right there tucked in. You know, comping, sometimes, you know, we are, you know, right on the line. So raw things gonna work good. I'm ready to get this out, get this right back on the rocks. Like I said, I had a blast driving this this last weekend. So it was already doing great for me. Now, like I said, I've been waiting for this tire. Now, there was nothing wrong with the landmine tire. It is a good tire. I've used them before. I had problems on the 4.75 of constant ripping on the sidewall, but that could just been me and my terrain. So not holding that against the tire or anything like that. That was just something that I dealt with a few times. But the Class 1 tire definitely seemed to actually a little more stronger there on that sidewall. I've won Class 1 comp with these, so I said not a problem with the tire. And the other guys, they do run, even if I were to keep running the landmine tire, it would have gotten these halo foams in it regardless. That was a major key point, but these will go on the Kiddos Class 1 Defender build now. So we'll get that going. I'll get some running video, maybe a good comparison video, because I know there was the wall I did a little angle on, so that should be a pre-comparison on these. And you know, these are just something you can just hear the rubber. Like I like the pattern of the KLR for a local terrain. It's a tire. I know what it can do. I said I've been on the hunt for the Class 1s for a while. They re-released them. We're ready to rock and roll. And also, I hope that video serves if you're looking to install halo foams on other tire, whether it be a Voodoo or another tire. By all means, do it. You know, on the X website with the halo foam breakdown, each dot represents like a weight that is geared toward like comping generally. If your rig's generally, you're looking probably yellow dot in the rear and now white dot in the front, or white dot rear and then one of the air downs in the front and rear, or air downs all around if your rig is super light. I said a lot of that depends on the weight of the rig, and you'll go from there, get your rig weighed, and then you can choose your halo foam from there, get them in. They're a winner in any tire I've tried them in or seen them in. So, and they are waterproof, so you don't have to worry if your tire gets water. They are waterproof, they're not going to deteriorate, and they do get water out easily. So, in the meantime, hope everyone has a good one. Next, we'll get a video going. I know there's been some on some shock tuning. So, lo and behold, it'll happen. We got some unicorns apparently right now. The Traxxas Big Boards 2660s. Local hobby town had them on the shelf. So we will get those. And I do have just enough springs left. We're going to get those installed on the Power Wagon, hopefully here in the next video. And also, thanks to some of the other suggestions, there'll be Spectrum. I'll see if I can grab one of the other guys' remotes, but I will do a video, also quick tip and trick setting up a winch with the controls here. So that should be coming up. I'll probably be able to knock those out. Maybe tomorrow night we'll get the shock video done. Until then, have a good one.